Hi there, this is David, and I'm going to be showing off the game that I made with Ben Smith for Project 2, Endling. We see here the opening screen that I showed off in class, and you have two options. You can start a new game, which will reset all player prefs and start it from the beginning, or load save, which will load into wherever your last save point was. Let's hit start new game. We see the cutscene playing. The music was made by Ben's younger brother, and we got that from him, so we have our own custom music that we put in here. The art was done by Ben, at least for this cover screen. I added in the logic for the cutscene. But yeah, I will skip through it so we don't have to spend too long on that. So we see here in the main world, the camera, we have a nice little preview look ahead where the camera will go in front of the player when they turn left and right. The fire here is a save point using particles. Ben made that. And the save logic is just something I made using player prefs. Here are breakable walls, the sound effects we added in there. The player currently has only able to do a jump, a normal jump, and a slash. Also, you see here we have a basic background for this area, just to kind of make it a contrast between this area and the forest area. The forest area that the player will later enter. And this is a stone ground tile for now. So a few more breakable walls that have a shadow behind them. This switch pulls up a door and plays a nice sound effect, and that's able to use to lock off rooms. Currently, breakable doors and switch doors do reset every time you load up a new scene, which is not what we want, but we did not have time to fix that. So currently they reload, but hopefully very soon for the final project we'll make it so they will store, hopefully using JSON files, whether or not they've been opened or closed. As you see here, I'm doing combat. We have a nice little hit, stop, and knockback effect on the slash, as you can see. We're using a time stop type of method for the hit stop on that. And at the top left, you see the health. The player has 4 hit points, represented by those crystals that crack and break if he gets hit. Right down here, we have spikes that the player hits. We save where their last grounded point was, and we bring them back to there. If you lose all your health, you go back to the previous save point you were at. These bird enemies follow the player. The stump enemies just walk back and forth. They all have variable amounts of health. And over here we should see the hopper enemy. This one I drew the sprite for. Ben did the sprites for the stump and the bird. As you see, very simple, fun little big enemy who jumps around at the player. I only have 2 minutes left. I have to hurry this up. Well, I will just kind of speedrun through the rest of this so you can see more of the game in this presentation. But, we have here, there's a very large world. We built a log world. You can explore it in different directions. I'm going what I think is the fastest path through the game right now, but it's meant to be explored. You can check out different areas. There's some secrets to be found along the way in trying to get the upgrades for this. And the full game, everything will be interconnected in a larger area. Like you see, there's a door that was down there to the bottom right, if you noticed, that the player can't open right now, but hints at what's going to come in the future. Jumping up here, trying to avoid the enemies so I can show off more of the game, or else I will have to re-record this, which I hopefully will not have to. Down here we have another save point, more breakable walls. The background and parallax was done by Ben. All the level design was done by me. But, and then all these level transition triggers just save where you previously were and tell you where to go to next. Right here is where you unlock the vault. You press O to vault, and you can send yourself flying. And you can do lots of fun stuff with this. It goes very fast, and it only activates if you hit the ground. It doesn't activate elsewise. And it can let you go over spikes, which a player normally can't traverse over, and just jump larger gaps than you usually can. It only activates, it sends you the opposite direction if you hit a wall with it, but if you're too high, it'll just send you forward. And yeah, you can do jumps across spikes. There, I just got hit. But yeah, that is most of our game for now. If I get through this section, it'll bring me back to the top where I can go through other areas of the game, but There's not much to there yet. We haven't added, because this will hopefully lead into the rest of the game. But yeah, for now, that is our demo of Endling. There's also a story we plan to include, but for right now, there's not much more. Also, there's going to be a giant uppercut slash we hope to add, which will allow you to knock enemies into the air to then vault off them, because vaulting can work off enemies too. And so if we can launch them in the air, we could, like, you know, make some cool platform where you have to take a rock or take an enemy and do an uppercut slash to send them vertically in the air, then vault off them. So that is all in future development. We're also hoping to add various upgrade systems that also involve the lore of the game, but for now, that is it. Thank you.